That's for lesson 3. We talked about with the roots at the first function, at the first parts in the plant, and it has also its own functions. It has 2 functions. Number 1, fixing the plant in the soil. Number 2, absorbing water and mineral salt. Let's start in lesson 4, completing the functions of the plant parts. The second part that we have today is the stem. Stem supports the plant in the air, support the plant. It gives its support to prevent when the wind blew, prevent its cutting or to avoid cutting the plant when the wind blew. So it gives the plant its support. Number 2, it has an important role, which is carrying water and mineral salt from the roots to the leaves through the stem, through vessels called xylem. So what is the meaning of xylem? They are small vessels allow the water and the mineral salt to pass from the roots to the leaves. So xylem here connecting between the roots and the leaves. We have many types of stem. Actually, there are 5 types. The first type, as we see, wood stem like a tree trunk and shrubs, climb stem as vines, upright stem as most flowers. The fourth one, tubers such as potato, runners which run along the ground. So we have 5 types of the stem: wood stem, upright stem, climb stem, runners, and tubers. They are 5 types of stem. Don't forget these types. Completing the functions. So till now we talked about the function of the roots, then the stem. Finally, let's end with the leaves. Leaves has green color because they have chlorophyll, which helps the plant to capture or absorb the sunlight from the sun. And also they allow the air, actually the carbon dioxide gas, to enter the leaves through small openings called stomata. So what is the meaning of stomata? They are small holes are spread on the surface of the leaves, actually on the lower surface more than the upper surface of the leaves, allowing the carbon dioxide gas to enter from the air to the leaves. What are the types of the leaves? As we see on the board, there are 2 types. Some of them are narrow and look like needle as spines, and others are widely and flat. So we have 5 types of stem and only 2 types of the leaves. How does the plant make the photosynthesis process? It needs carbon dioxide gas from the air, sunlight from the sun, water and mineral salt from the soil. The photosynthesis process happens in leaves, actually in the green leaves, to produce its own foods in a form of sugar called glucose, and also producing the oxygen gas, which is very important for all the living organisms for breathing, producing also water vapor. So if we summarize the photosynthesis process in an equation like this, we can write light energy plus carbon dioxide gas plus water and mineral salt. Photosynthesis process producing water vapor, oxygen gas, and its food in a form of sugar called glucose, which means that the plant can make its own food, so we can call it as producer. So first, the roots absorbing water and mineral salt from the soil, then carrying to the leaf through the stem, actually through xylem, which are small vessels carrying the water and the mineral salt from the roots to the leaves. When the water and the mineral salt reaching to the leaves, and at the same time it captures sunlight from the sun, absorbing carbon dioxide gas from the air, so the photosynthesis process happens in leaves at this time. And after making the photosynthesis process, it can produce its own food in a form of sugar called glucose, producing water vapor, and also producing oxygen gas, which is very important for all the living organisms, even the plants, to breathe it. So it means that plants like animals and humans breathe like us, take in oxygen gas and to producing carbon dioxide gas. But actually during the photosynthesis process, they are the opposite. The plant, they absorb carbon dioxide gas and produce the oxygen gas. What about the phloem? After making the food through the leaves, we need to deliver the food to the other parts of the plant through vessels called phloem. So phloem are widely vessels deliver the food after making it inside the leaves downward to the other parts of the plant. So what is the difference between the xylem and the phloem? Xylem are small vessels, are very thin vessels carrying the water and the mineral salt from the roots to the leaves, while the phloem are widely vessels carrying the food after making it inside the leaves downward to the other parts of the plant. So we can say that xylem and phloem, they are the opposite. One of them carrying upward water and mineral salt against the gravity, and the other one downward to the other parts of the plant under the effects of the gravity. What is the importance of the photosynthesis process for the plants to make their own food, to get energy? But what is the importance of the photosynthesis process for animals and humans? It produces the oxygen gas, which is very important for breathing or respiration process to stay alive, or we can say survive. So without a plant, I think there is no life will be on the earth's surface. There is no stability for the life on the earth. Without a plant, all living organisms will die. So today we talked about the functions of the plant parts, starting with the roots, actually the root hair, function of the stem and its types, function of the leaves and its types, and the mechanism of the photosynthesis process. How does it happen? How does it occur through the plant by using water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight? Thank you for listening, and I wish you a good day. Bye bye.